Afraid of heights?
Well, I can't get the white balance, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. I will be here. Blake, sit there. And then go ahead with what is your name and your favorite color? This is for audio balance.
Rex, Wade, and Green.
Perfect.
You don't see any though, do you?
Blake Campbell, blue,
I'm so sorry.
but it used to be green. Sorry.
Till I chose it.
Okay. Good. We're set up. All right. Well, tell us, just starting off, tell us about this facility.
The facility is a.
And sorry, you'll talk to me, totally
Okay.
ignore the cameras as if they're not even here.
This is about approximately 67,000 square foot facility. It has assisted living and independent care. It's a retirement community for the seniors. And what else you want?
How long did the project take
Okay.
to? In this, my voice won't be on this at all. It'll only be you. So some of the questions you may have to restate the question, but
Oh, okay.
but you may not need to. Just how long did it take to create the facility, as far as planning stages and then actual construction?
Okay.
And what was your role in that?
Back in, well, about 6 years ago, the Larsons had an idea of providing a service for the seniors here. Dr. Ryan Larson, which is a urologist, he has an office here in Brigham City, also one in Logan. And he had an idea that the community here needs a senior community that takes care of the seniors. So 6 years ago, the conceptual idea was planned, and it started to going and run into a lot of roadblocks with several things. And everybody that was involved was so busy with life and their business and everything, they couldn't get it all done. So they come and talk to me and ask if I would help get this going. So we worked on the financing, got all the financing taken care of, and started the project at September 8th, 2010, and completed July 18th, 2011. So it was about 293-day completion. Cameron Construction was the contractor on the project, and worked through one of the worst winters we've ever had here in the valley, and still was able to keep us on time and under budget. So
That's awesome. And what was your role more specifically? What roles did you play in the planning, and also what do you do now in the facility?
okay, on the planning portion of it, I was responsible for the project management. I was the owner's rep during the project, making sure that everything was done that the owners wanted here, and worked with the contractors and subcontractors to make that happen. After the project was completed, they wanted me to stay on as a director, and so I run the day-to-day operations of Maple Springs.
Awesome. What are some highlights about this facility that distinguish it from other facilities?
This facility is one of a kind in the state of Utah. It is locally owned, locally operated. We don't answer to any big entity anywhere. All the owners are in Brigham City and Centerville and Logan. We provide a service that's not found in Brigham City because we provide assisted living as well as independent care for the seniors. So there's nothing like this in Brigham City that does the same thing that we do.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about the difference between the assisted living and the care side of things.
Okay. Independent care, or independent living, I want to put it that way, because they're the type of people that can move in here as a retirement home. It's just like an apartment, their own apartment. They can come and go as they please and don't need any nurse assistance or any assistance in any way. If happens to be later on in their life they need a little help and assistance, they can move to our assisted care. Assisted care has 3 levels. In those 3 levels, we do an assessment on the resident as they move in and determine what kind of assistance they're going to need during their stay here at Maple Springs. And then we do a service plan. Service plan helps them with their medications, their daily activities of dressing and bathing and eating. And we provide that service for all of our residents. So.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the rooms themselves. Are there the rooms and the kitchens some specific features that that make this facility stand out?
On the independent side, we have 2 types of rooms. There's a single bed and a double bed room, and they're approximately 740 square feet. On the independent side, they can have washers and dryers if they care, if they want range or cooktops or microwaves or refrigerators, they can have that over there on that side. There's approximately 43 independent care rooms, or independent living, I got to correct that. And then on the assisted side, there's 32. We have studio, 1 beds, and 2 bed apartments that they can use. Each room is individually heated and cooled. They have their own thermostat, and so they can control that by themselves and not have to worry about what the next door neighbor's temperature is. So here in the facility, we also have a chef. It's on 7 days a week, 3 meals a day for everyone. And I don't know what.
No, that's good.
You're good. You're a good cutter, right?
Oh yeah,
Good.
Okay. Architecturally, tell me a little bit about the building itself. What are some of the key features that make it really nice? And part of that is, I mean, I'm going to have shots that are coming from the main atrium down and looking at some of those in the outside facility. But
Okay.
What kind of distinguishes this, or what makes it a nice facility?
Here at this facility, we have many things that a resident can do during the day. We have game rooms. They can go in and play games, put puzzles together, play cards. We have a computer room if they are interested in genealogy or learning how to text or send emails. We will provide that service for them. They also have high-speed internet in every room, and also direct cable TV in every room. There is a pool room up on the 2nd floor. There's a Nickelodeon room up on the 2nd floor. There's an exercise room that they can go exercise. There's all sorts of sidewalks and things that go around the whole entire building, so if they ever want to walk around the building, they always have that chance. It's a 0.18 miles to walk around the whole entire thing. We have a country kitchen that if a resident wants to bring their family in during a holiday season and reserve that room, and they can cook their own meals and have their own dinner away from the rest of the residents. We're sitting here in what they call a gathering room or a board room. And if they want to just have a family council or to get together with the family away from all the other residents, they can reserve this room. We also provide a beauty salon and a barber shop here on site, which is not included in their rent, but they can come and make appointments and get that done. We have a shuttle service, a bus that will provide them transportation to appointments, doctor appointments, dentist appointments, shopping, temple trips. We'll also do excursions to different historical points around Utah and do things that the residents want. We're going to provide them with a residents council, and they'll get together and decide what they want to do here in this facility, and if it's feasible, we'll implement that into their service plan and help them out.
Cool. You're a good, what my dad calls a talking head. I ask you a question and it sounds really good. We're not quite done.
I'm just rattling on though. None of it's true.
These files can only be 12 minutes long at a time, so I got to reset it every once in a while. Okay. Let's see here. Tell me more specifically about the role that Cameron Construction played in this.
You want names and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure. Names. you mentioned that they worked through a really hard winter, but they were still able to be on time. This is basically going to be a feature on them, on Cameron Construction, mostly. So what role did they play, and what did they bring to the table as far as professionality and good work and expectations, etc.? So what did they provide?
Okay. Talking about Cameron Construction, during this whole project, they've been very easy to work with. They bend over backwards to do anything we want them to do. Make sure we're happy and satisfied with the construction and the workmanship, craftsmanship on the project. Wayne Hayes was a job supervisor, and Dan Rasmussen was the project manager. And through those two gentlemen, we were able to get everything we needed and then some. Very easy to work with them. They bent over backwards to help us get to where we needed to go. Like I said, it's one of the worst winters we've had here in the valley for quite a while, since 1982. One day of snow would put you 2 days behind, because one day you can't work and the next day you're shoveling out all day long. But yet Wayne had things going constantly, and they were building walls on the side, and they had a fast track pace with the construction going up. And the vendors and the suppliers and the subcontractors are just unbelievable in this time and age, because they bent over backwards for us too. They helped us, and even when we were showing tours, they would apologize for being in the way and getting out of our way, and so they were very easy to work with. So
Awesome. I had another question, but it just left me, about Cameron Construction. They, I remember. Would you recommend Cameron Construction to another person or facility or business, and why would you or would you not recommend them?
I'd very highly recommend Cameron Construction for anybody around the area that's going to build a complex such as this, due to the fact that they are honest and have a lot of integrity in their bidding process. And when things were wrong, they would come and tell us, and we'd correct that. And we didn't have to have any head-butting contest or anything like that. Cameron Construction, like I say, kept the job clean and made it move along so fast I couldn't believe it. We had an agreement that we'd have a penalty charged to them if they didn't get done on time, and we had a penalty against, or we gave them money if they were done earlier. And so it worked really well. 293 days it was completed, and everybody was happy as we walked away. And yes, I'd very highly recommend them to any other contracting company or anything. So
Cool, great. Blake, am I missing anything? You think of anything else, or anything that you can think of that we've covered? Basically, I mean, the main points that I wanted to cover.
I've worked in construction over 40 years off and on, and I've never run across an easier build than I have on this one. I've worked in mainland China and Costa Rica and here in the United States on several projects, and this was the easiest by far to get completed.
That's interesting, especially with that winter. What was it that made it so easy in comparison to all the construction projects you've done?
Well, the weather just didn't seem to bother Wayne and the guys here on the site. They just put a hat on and put the boots on and kept going. A lot of times they just closed down for a day or two until it cleared up, but this site didn't. They just kept going. Weekends, holidays.
Wow, just powered through it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, cool. The residents, are they enjoying the facilities?
I have a lot of comments from the residents. We're bringing residents from Logan, Utah. We brought residents from Salt Lake City. We brought residents from here in Brigham City. And their comment is, I just can't believe that Brigham City is fortunate enough to have a facility built like this here. And I've had so many people mention, I've watched this grow from the ground up. I'm excited about it. They're coming over to see what's in here. And so it's created a lot of excitement here in Brigham City. So.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that's all the questions I had for you. Do you have any final thoughts or anything else you wanted to mention just at the end?
you're off the hook. I'm gonna take some more video outside. Well, I guess I'd like to see some of those facilities you were mentioning, like the